This is a very, very special episode today. So thank you if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe and hit that bell. And if you're listening on your favorite platform, thank you for listening. Episode 4. No, episode 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
episode 5.
This is episode 5.
Yes,
Crazy.
yes.
It went by fast.
Yes.
Episode 5. All right. So as y'all can see, we have a human being sitting here with us. Yes, we do. This is my OG girl, Shone Perrion. This is my girl right here. Shone Perrion.
That's a cool ass name, and you ain't got one? Lame ass.
All right.
What's yours?
T-Ray.
Oh, okay.
T-Ray.
True. We gotta get you together, friend.
L Money.
Why she want to give me none, but
you said L Money. Marthel, L Money.
Marthel.
Our homie Marthel gave her the name L Money.
That name L Money.
Right. What do I gotta do with Lizzie? Okay.
No.
Exactly. She ain't got no money. But
Bro,
we brought Shonie on today
Yes.
because we wanted to just really get started with having guests on the show.
Yeah.
Right? But we didn't know what type of guests we wanted to have. And so we decided to have 2 types of guests. So we'll have the guests that have platforms, the ones that can come and really bring viewership to us. And then we want guests like Shonie that are purposeful guests, the ones that have a purpose.
Period.
Heard.
Yeah. So you want to introduce Shonie?
This my girl. Sean Dunn. We went to high school together. She been my bitch ever since.
Period. Day ones.
What else you want? She Chicago, born and raised, just like me. Period.
Southside. Period.
And it's just my girl. So I mean, we'll get into it a little later about why she's actually here. But for right now, she just gonna go through the sectors with us.
We're gonna go through the sectors with her
as we normally do. The regular scheduled program. Y'all know how it go if you be watching. So yeah, let's get into it.
I bet.
Boom. Hot
Hot topics. This
people.
one yours. This one is yours.
people.
I don't know nothing about this.
The people on TikTok, y'all.
Ooh.
The pink sauce. Let's get into it.
Okay, you got.
Y'all buying something off TikTok? Food, sunflower seeds, pink sauce.
I've bought stuff that I've seen on TikTok, like camera stuff, but I've never bought no damn sauce.
You buying it?
No, I'm picky. I'm a picky eater. So I just feel like being scientifically correct, how are you making that sauce pink? Unless it's like white already, and I don't eat white sauce, so.
I don't know the ingredients, but
Don't nobody know the ingredients.
she just revealed that it's still in testing.
So
Not FDA approved.
It's still in testing.
Taste has been compared to ranch dressing.
Ew.
I was assuming that it was ranch because it would have to be dyed.
The main flavor is dragon fruit, sunflower seed oil, chili, honey, and garlic.
That's fucking gross.
and
And
so
it's so watery.
why she make it pink? Do you know why she made it pink?
I have no idea.
Okay, do you know who this TikToker is?
I just saw her actually last night. I don't know her name.
They said she's
But-
from Miami, though.
Okay, so a TikToker from Miami. She kind of went viral on TikTok because she created this
Pink sauce.
sauce to go on food.
That look like
this
it's in a
condiment,
ketchup
and she made it
ketchup
pink, and
bottle.
she called it the pink sauce. I saw somebody post a new sauce called the Green Hawk sauce, so it's green or something like that. It might be the same girl. Maybe she's just making these sauces and just having these different colors.
The thing is, people are putting it on everything. Like somebody yesterday put it on a taco bowl. You don't put ranch in a taco bowl.
Why
so
not?
why would you put pink
Wait,
sauce?
why not?
Ranch?
In a taco bowl?
I put ranch on my tacos. I'm sorry that I'm not an authentic taco eater.
Yeah, nah.
Ranch
That
in
ain't
your
good.
tacos? Anyway,
Maybe a salad, but
needless to say,
Yeah.
she said it's still in testing and it's not FDA approved yet, but they selling it. So
You know,
$20 a bottle.
entrepreneurs, you feel me? You got to still put it out to the market.
and then a lot of
$20
people
a
said
bottle?
that it's been getting delivered and it's been like spoiled, like it exploded
Oh,
because
yeah.
of all the stuff.
Oh, hell
and
no.
then she's in Miami and it's the summertime, and they said that's definitely playing a role in how it's not even packaged to where food is, packaged from
Iced.
over the state. Yeah, it's literally just USPS bag.
See, y'all
And
know
they
a lot
come
more
in.
about this than me. I don't see that
I
on my
literally
For
just
You
saw a
page.
video about this last night. It's like I can't run from it.
It's
Trust
nasty.
me, I ain't
That's
like
disgusting.
No video for no
Either
pussy
way.
She finna
show.
start the COVID-20.
That's
Not COVID-20.
that's disgusting because I just couldn't imagine like you. I don't know if y'all saw the girl that was selling sunflower seeds.
No.
Originally, she was G.
What?
She ain't nobody else seen that on TikTok.
Sunflower seeds.
She was selling packaged sunflower seeds, and she was like, well, people was giving her backlash like, who finna be buying sunflower seeds? Like, through a package and stuff like that. And she's like, either y'all gonna buy these sunflower seeds or y'all not. But get into it. Like, she was selling like.
I mean, it's a market for everything. We buy sunflower seeds already. What's wrong with her selling them?
It's the fact that it's coming packaged and it's like not refrigerated. Then she was selling them like flavored, like with pickles and stuff, like
dill flavored sunflower seeds
with pickles
Yeah.
in it.
Oh, it's pickles
Pickle
inside
bites?
the packaging?
Yeah,
Pickle bites.
yeah.
That's different.
No.
I might try that.
No.
Okay.
I like sunflower seeds.
Somebody else.
You
But
lost me at the pink sauce, but that's something different.
I don't know if y'all out there
Pickles
trying
and
this
some
stuff.
Sunflower seeds, did you know?
If you've tried the pink sauce, leave a comment. Let us know what that tastes like, and if it exploded in your face, we want to know that too.
That's disgusting. I just would say I don't know. I would refrain from buying stuff online if it's not already FDA approved. But
Yeah.
Man, the FDA approved a lot of stuff we should have been taking. So
all right, we not gonna talk about this because somebody finna go off on us. Literally, we finna get into it.
okay.
Well,
Now, this is like our third episode talking about your boy,
Chris
but he's
Breezy,
just really going crazy right now.
period.
I like
As he
Chris Brown,
should.
too.
Period. As he should.
Are you buying? So you're going to his
know it?
concert
Yes, ma'am.
in August.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you buying the $1,000 ticket for the meet and
ma'am.
greet?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm not a super fan, but I feel like that's not bad.
That's not bad.
$1,000 if it was for Lil Durk,
You're
I would pay that shit.
you're paying $1,000.
Yes, to take a picture and we in that bitch posing. Yes. Lil
Wow,
Durk, we
I
in that
am
bitch.
not that big of a fan.
And then you be like, hold on, let me see how that look. Oh, let me take it again. You know what I'm saying? $1,000. That is not bad. A lot of stuff costs
You would have.
$1,000.
All right, so IRS, come and get her, cause she's obviously in a different
got
tax
money to blow,
bracket.
right?
I'm just saying though, like that's like a 1 in a million thing. Like VIP is not VIP no more. I just went to Lil Durk concert, 722 Source. Shout out Durk, love you, all that.
Wow.
So it's just like this. Mind you, I love Lil Durk. We did VIP, whatever. It was almost $300 tickets, and we was on the floor, and it was like front row type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what came with the VIP was like a laminated ticket, a book that his mama wrote, and a snapback.
You like his mama too, as much as you like Dirt.
No. They just gave us the book. I guess trying to be nice, like I don't know. Like,
I mean, you bought $300 worth of a ticket.
but my thing is, I could have just took the seat. I don't need all of that.
Right.
Like that was just senseless. Like you could have kept that. Is what I'm saying. But VIP is not VIP like it used to be because I know I never went to a Minds Behavior concert, but I like them. But I know with them type of VIP packages, you get to meet them, take pictures and all that. VIP ain't VIP because I'm getting books, snapbacks, and laminated pictures. I don't.
What you need that for?
I mean, when I went to Tiana Taylor concert, I feel like she probably should have charged more for her VIP stuff because we had paid for the meet and greet, and she had gave a personal beanie and then like a tote bag. And
Did
then
y'all
we
see her? Did
we
y'all
were
ever
able to
see
come earlier than everybody else to watch her get ready. So they went through rehearsal. She had Junie on stage. We saw all of that. So I feel like that's worth paying way
that's
more.
more intimate. Like them little knickknacks, like nah.
No
And
knickknacks.
and people pay a little bit more just to take like the picture and actually get to meet her.
So $1,000.
But I didn't pay anywhere near $1,000. I paid like $160.
This is Chris Brown,
This is Tiana Taylor.
but that's Chris Brown.
I think Tiana Taylor might have lowballed herself on that.
I think she lowballed herself too because it was her last. This supposed to be her last tour.
Don't get me wrong. Tiana Taylor is a very raw individual. Like
Yeah.
all sectors, all of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, like she said, she kind of lowballed herself because I mean, it is Tiana Taylor. People was going crazy for her, but then again, this is Chris Brown. What do you expect?
So
like
I'm
that's-
guessing you're probably a bigger fan than Lizzie is of Chris Brown.
No, she just saying.
I'm
She-
just saying because then I'm just putting in a mindset. If it was Lil Durk, I would pay that $1,000, no questions asked.
So these pictures that these girls were taking.
And then the pictures they was taking, that was $1,000 worth. That was not. Now, G, did you see that girl where she hopped up in his? Did you see when she hopped up in his arms?
Yeah.
That was $1,000. Let me try to put
I
it.
seen the one where he was hugging her from the back.
She was in his arms. He was holding her up like this.
Let me show you.
I think I saw the one where he was like hugging the girls and stuff.
Yeah.
No, G, that was $1,000 worth. Let me show you. Let me try to.
I don't know if I would pay. I'm not paying $1,000 to take pictures with Chris Brown.
Yeah,
I'm not paying.
Not at all.
Now, would I pay for the experience? Like, you know how you had Tiana behind the scenes kind of. I would pay for that.
Yeah.
Probably still not $1,000.
Not $1,000.
But these pictures is very like not $1,000.
I feel like $500 is cool.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a dickhead charging somebody $1,000 knowing that the majority of the world is not.
The only reason why he charging those because people gonna do it.
People gonna do it though.
Exactly.
Right.
But that you still, I feel like since you're black and you know other black people are materialistic, why would you put them in that bind? Why would you capitalize off of your people?
But at the end of the day, it's a choice, though.
It is a choice, but you should probably not want to help them make that choice.
So how much you think he should have charged?
I feel like it ain't
$500 at the most.
But then
does that include your ticket to the concert?
Yeah.
Dang,
your tickets to the concert.
I don't know, because my ticket to the concert alone was like almost $200.
Where were you gonna be at?
I cannot fathom
on the floor. I paid for floor seats.
I don't know.
I'm not close up front, but I'm on the floor. I'm within the first middle section.
Gee, now if we was during the PPP time, cool. Run them hoes up. So they got $20K, they get 19 now with 1,000.
That's 1,000.
But your ass talking about now we in a recession and you charging $1,000?
That's $1,000.
That motherfucker is really capitalizing.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, I feel like if you gonna fall victim to it, ain't nobody making you do it. That's what because at the end of the day, if Lil Durk, shout out Lil Durk. If Lil
Durk, that's our man at this point.
I love Lil Durk.
We gotta
and
count.
It's not even like this. It's not even like that. Like Lil Durk, I mean, he's handsome or whatever, but I just really,
that ain't got nothing to do with what you said.
Anyway. But no, if Lil Durk charged $1,000 for a meet and greet, ain't nobody putting no guns to my hand, but like, you better pay that. Like, if you gonna go to this concert, you better. Like, I mean, capitalism, I understand what you're trying to say. But nobody's making nobody do this. If you want to spend your $1,000 on this, that's up to you.
That's up to you. Right.
It ain't like, flat rate $1,000 to get in. Now that's like, all right, Chris. But I just feel like it was worth it. It's Chris Brown.
So I need to know what the general admission is. If $1,000 is to meet and greet VIP,
the general admissions is like maybe $50, but you sitting in grass. It's like not inside the stadium. It's behind the chairs.
So where he gonna be in Chicago that's like that?
It's in Tinley Park at the amphitheater.
Oh, okay.
They have it's like an open, it's like a half a building. One part is a stage and then the next part is it's just open. So
oh, okay.
So the people that pay general admission
gonna be in the grass. Concert like that. But
word on the street is Chris Brown is charging this much because he ran off on a bill.
Because the lady's trying to sue him.
Yeah,
for $1 billion or something like that, right?
$1 million. I think she paid him to perform in Houston, which is he has a date in Houston on his tour, and it's for a foundation. It's for a foundation for the victims of Hurricane Ida.
Okay.
And so he was supposed to perform for that, but he ran off and didn't do it. And so you're supposed to pay the artist first.
Oh.
And so she supposedly might be suing him or just want him to just give her money back. And he's not trying to. And so they trying to make this whole $1,000 trending thing be all he's doing this so that he could pay her back.
Well, the thing about it is Chris can make $1 million in one concert.
I'm sure of it. It's just
the whole tour, he's probably going to make millions of dollars. Not even $1 million, millions of dollars.
Hey man, you don't know what's in his actual pockets.
I mean, we talking about gear, we talking about VIP, we talking about regular tickets, admissions.
I'm sure that's not coming out of all his pockets though. He's signed to a label.
No, he's not. No, I'm not saying he's paying for it. I'm saying the amount of money he's gonna get back because of everything that comes into a tour. And then he on tour with Lil Baby too. So it's just well, I don't know, Lil Baby, they trying to come after Lil Baby, so they may snatch him up before it's too. I don't know, but I don't know. I guess
that's just word on the street, man. Pay that lady back if you owe her money.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of music, Chris Brown. It's this question that we want to get off about music today, and we're gonna start off with just this new song that Money Long has. It's called Cartier. And so we're gonna ask Shonie Shonie, what do you think of that song?
Well, I think her as an individual is really bringing back what I feel like R&B is. I really like her sound. Like when the song first came on, I was like, okay, acoustics, okay, beat, like hit a guitar. It's really like intricate and intimate. But I feel like sometimes with R&B, it's the lack of feeling that people can relate to. Because in the song, what I got from the song is that, oh yeah, I want to get to know you, boo, da da da. But if you want to get to know me, you got to buy me a Cartier. And it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we trying to, as women, we trying to raise our standards and, trying to get, instead of giving so much, we're trying to receive as well.
Yeah.
But that's kind of shallow to me. But it do sound good, though. She definitely snapped. I feel like she's one of them artists that I feel like, okay, she bringing back R&B the way that I like it. Like, she could possibly be, I don't want to put too much dip on my chip, but she could possibly be somebody that makes a classic in the long run of her career because she sounds really good, and I love the way that her artistry is. Like, I like her vibe. Right. So, yeah.
So, Lizzie?
I mean, I like Money.
Money or Muni?
People pronounce it differently. Money.
It's Money long.
Yeah,
it's Money
I've
long.
heard it pronounced differently, but I like her. I like her as an artist. I like her singles.
Edit that out.
Please.
I like her singles that she's come out with. I'm not a fan of this Cartier song though. However,
really,
I'm not a fan.
Okay, what you don't like about it? Because Jazz don't like the song either.
Really?
I like the beat.
She kind of don't like Money Long too.
I like the first listen though, and that's rare. I feel like. Yeah. You gotta listen to her song a couple times to say that you like it.
She know it. She know how to digest the music right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But off of first listen, I feel like it was decent. But I mean, go ahead.
Well, I like the beat. The instruments was good. The production was good. I just will say that the subject of the song I didn't really care for.
Okay. I can
okay, Cartier. Like, I don't. First of all, bitch, I can't afford no damn Cartier, so I already can't fucking relate.
Right, it's unrealistic.
That's number one. Number two, I just okay, buy me a Cartier. Like, that's not. What is that doing for me? I don't really care for that.
So I know y'all only listened to it, and y'all probably didn't actually get to really hear the lyrics as much as you could to really get what she was talking about. But she actually wasn't talking about you got to buy her love.
So what do you think?
She actually was saying that it's the typical how a dude that checking you out, they come on to you and they not trying to get to know you, not trying to actually build some type of foundation. They just want to get straight to the fucking. They want to get straight to the. So she said her build up to get to her hook. If you want my body, babe, it's a price you got to pay. It's either with your heart or with your credit card. And I love Cartier. And so she's not saying you got to buy my love. I'm saying if you trying to get to the coochie instead of actually get to know me, then you got to pay for that. But if you're trying to lead with your heart, then that's a different conversation.
I mean, that's cool and all, but I still ain't like the song though.
I feel like I kind of got that vibe though. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a shallow girl. I would like to say, if I say so myself. So I do get as women, you give more than we receive most of the time.
Yeah.
So I just feel like she making it worth her while.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what we gonna do. Because a lot of women, they just let men have sex with them and take advantage of the situation. But I feel like this is her way of taking advantage of the situation as well.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
She ain't wrong because that's real life.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't relate, but I feel like it's real life. I just like how she sound. I'm more of a beat person.
Yeah.
Lyrics, of course, that make it 10 times, 1,000 times better. But if it sound good, hey, Cardi.
I think that's a lot of people. I think that's a lot of listeners. They just, if it sound good, then I can add that.
Yeah, it sound good, but I just ain't like the subject of the song.
Facts.
I like Money Long. I really liked how she sound vocally on all her songs.
Yes,
she gives strong vocals. But she kind of sounds, and this is typical, but she just sounds like another Money Long song that she's already given us.
Right.
Okay.
And so that's the question that I want us to talk about. But we're just using this song as a reference. How can artists not sound like themselves? Right? Because that's typically what a lot of people will say when they have a con about somebody. Oh, all their songs sound the same.
I've heard that a lot too.
How can you not sound the same if that's your sound?
Yeah, that don't make sense. I mean, I guess.
I think what it is that I think it just takes experience. Honestly, you just have to be in the game for a while and just, you know, like freak with your sound a little bit. Like you get on a track, like say for example, Megan Thee Stallion, she get on the track. We hear her voice. We already know it's Megan Thee Stallion without looking it up. We don't even have to. We don't have to have nobody tell us, yeah, this is Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Usher come on the track. We know that's Usher because we know Usher voice. Lil Jon come. Lil Jon, you know what I'm saying? Like they got sounds that we know, but it don't sound consistent. Money Long has given us like we know it's her voice.
Yeah.
But like she's giving us the same type of music, but like I don't know how she could change it up because it's R&B. And so yes, people can give us different like sounds in R&B, but it may be a little bit harder for her considering that she actually has a singing voice and her singing voice is very much the same all the time. So like how does she change that? Do she have to add like different levels to her voice or does she bring somebody else on? Maybe that's a rapper instead to like kind of add a little sauce to it, or like how can she change that sound if that's literally just her voice? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit hard for her.
I want to say something. I feel like when it comes to artists, I feel like people like them because of how they sound. So why would they change it if that's what people like? Yeah. Because even with I love Lil Durk. That's my favorite artist.
Go ahead, go off.
Lil Durk,
hey, we keep a track.
No, but like with Lil Durk, cause okay, so I like my top 3 is Tink, Lil Durk, and Summer Walker. If they change it up, then you know what I'm saying. Of course, you know, okay, that's different. I like it, but most of the time when an artist change something up, people don't like it. Cause like even with Beyonce, I don't really care for new Beyonce. She cool, you know, she's Beyonce at the end of the day, but like I don't care for new Beyonce. And this might, you know, pull a string, but even with Drake.
You coming from the top dogs right now.
I'm just saying, like, even with Drake, he's a very versatile person, and that is one person that I could say, like, sometimes he got me, sometimes he don't, but most of the time, no. Because, like, when it came to, like, Hotline Bling and stuff, no. No. Sorry, Drake.
Okay.
No. So, I mean, I just feel like the consistency is what keeps the people because that's what drew you in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But, like, at what point does consistency become boring?
I mean, honestly, yeah, I feel like that just shows expertise, though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Beyonce, like, I love Beyonce, and some of her new stuff, I feel like Lemonade was the last thing that I really enjoyed with her, and that was very different because it wasn't like your typical love R&B song, whatever. Right. But I feel like it takes expertise because, you know, it's really you selling it to somebody. Like, you can be different, but are you selling it?
Yeah.
So I feel like it just takes expertise at the end of the day. Like, you know, it's a hit or miss, really.
Yeah.
Like,
So are y'all saying like keep your sound the same, but like you said do features, do more features.
I feel like it's what works for you, I guess.
But then you have somebody like Chris Brown that put out an album and every song almost was a feature. And so when are we just going to get just you for a song? Because we don't need a Little Baby, a Tory Lanez, all these different features.
Honestly.
You say you never satisfied?
I feel like nobody's ever satisfied because I feel like people get backlash for features too. Like, dang, you need somebody to make your song sound good, or dang, you sound the same. Like, it's just like we never satisfied. It's just really one of those hit or misses things.
Well, I'm a big feeling person. I'm an R&B person, and it's because R&B gives me that feel that I'm looking for when I'm listening to music.
I can agree.
But I also am an artist, and I'm like a nerd about it. So I love to hear features and why you chose it. Because it's supposed to make sense. Don't just put it on there if it don't make sense or it doesn't make the song better. And so it's not a knock if somebody says that feature shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because sometimes it's not because it didn't need a feature. Sometimes it don't need a feature and you was being lazy. Because
you ain't want to write.
I know how fucking hard it is to write songs. And you got a whole minute 30 left, and you can't think of nothing else to finish it. You know you want this song off, so you go throw a feature on it.
Right.
You're being lazy. You're not pushing yourself to get that song together.
Right.
Or you just really think a feature should be there, but you chose the wrong person.
Yeah.
And so, criticism should be there for art.
Right.
For sure, it'll, help that person then go to the next song and model it better. Now, I feel like the way to, make somebody sound different in a song is like how you said with Money Long, the way she sings it. She sang Cartier the same way she probably sang Hours and Hours.
Yeah.
She'll give you that first verse. She sing it kind of like her normal level.
All right. Give you a little hee.
That's it. And then she'll build up.
Yeah.
And so as she gets to the end of the song, then she'll start throwing in them higher notes.
Yeah.
really going crazy over the main vocal, and then she'll end out the song. And that's the exact same thing with Hours and Hours.
Yeah.
And so you pretty much just gave us another Hours and Hours. And that song is the best song off the second project she put out that has that song on it.
Yeah.
It's starred.
Yeah.
And so like it kind of because people heard Hours and Hours like that song, and then they hear Cartier and it kind of sounds like it, so I like that song too.
Me and you talked about this before though. Like you were saying, because we talk a lot about how we'll play a song and we'll be like, oh, it sounds like something else, or like an artist will release 2 different songs with 2 different names, but it sounds similar to another song they released. Yeah. Because they want to keep releasing music that they think people will like. So they'll go back to the same producer. Yeah. And the producer like mix a beat, but the beat will sound almost identical to the previous song that they put out. So like, because they want to keep that, wave going of people liking their music. Yeah.
It's just the streaming game kind of hurts music today.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Hopefully we got that off to kind of get an insight on how artists can not sound the same all the time.
Money is good though. She's talented.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, I just hope she don't
keep giving us hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
she got to give us minutes and minutes at some point.
And she was an artist before that too, so I feel like since Hours and Hours was like her big debut, it's like, you know, she want to keep that consistency.
Yeah.
But that could be a bad thing too.
Yeah.
So, well, Money, keep doing your shit.
Yeah.
Try again.
So.
Try again. I mean, that's all
you keep doing.
Yeah, try again.
Thanks.
Now, Lizzie, I know you saw the comments, our comment section on our Instagram. And now we're probably going to do this more often, but Lizzie just had to get this off. So get it off.
So if you watched what was it, episode 3?
Yeah, episode 3.
If you watched episode 3, we talked a little bit about racism and how we think white people in America can put a better foot forward to kind of
make legislative change. Yeah. Stuff to actually happen.
So Tamaya posted a clip on our Instagram of that episode, and Tiffers, if you go in the comment section, Tiffers 0513 said, dumbest shit I've ever heard. Keep the racism alive. Great job. Martin Luther King Jr. was definitely the whitest man out there. You want to change something? Go work for it. Get off your ass and do something about it. Not the Black Lives Matter junk, the real work. But no, let's complain on social media instead. So I commented back and I said, oh my God, you are a mess. Hope you feel good saying this.
So just to give you a kind of a reference point to that comment, I posted a clip from episode 3 where I was talking about how I believe white people are the ones that can make real change, progressive change in America. Mm-hmm. And so white people have to be in the front for legislative change to actually happen. If not, then we'll just be the angry black people, the angry Asians, the angry Mexicans.
They said we're professional victims.
Yes, professional victims. And so, do you have any insight that you want to put towards that comment?
Of course I do. First of all, I just feel like that's definitely, and I feel like y'all said this in one of y'all episodes. I can't remember which one, but like when it came to LGBTQA plus, and with just, you know, same-sex marriages even being allowed, it was because a white man, a gay white man wanted to be, you know, public with his lover and official with his lover. Yeah. That only happened because of white people. Yeah. Everything only happened because of white people, because y'all are the ones
when
in
they
power.
say move.
Yes.
Literally. So I feel like if anybody, the victim is y'all. If we being honest, because y'all throw the rock in there and had your hand. Mm-hmm. But if, you know what I'm saying, if it's not of your benefit, then you don't want nothing to do with it. But clearly, when it's, you know, of your benefit, it benefits other people, but only because it benefits you primarily. Yeah. So I just feel like that's some BS, honestly. And I mean, but at the end of the day, we already know how white people are. Like when it comes to racism and stuff like that, it really shows true colors when that is the topic at hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's really not surprising to me. But you know, we can talk until our face turn blue. But if you get it, you get it. The girls that get it, get it.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Period, Shone. Fucking this shit up.
I'm just saying, like, we ain't even gotta waste time on that because ignorance, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No.
She said the girls that get it, get it.
Period.
And the girls that don't, period.
I feel like she tried to push the other button, the wah.
No.
You wanted that one?
Yeah, I wanted the applause.
Oh, okay. All right, go off, sis.
Don't do me. I know which button I'm pushing. I know which button.
But yeah, I think this is something we might do moving forward. We'll read comments and we'll respond to it. And so, like, the conversation does not stop here. You like, if you see us on social media, leave a comment. If you ain't like what we said, if you like what we said, if you think more could be expunged, put that in there. Let us know. We might read your comment.
Us, y'all better get in them comments too. Exactly. Y'all better rap us. Y'all better rap us. Period.
Be a real ally.
Period.
For sure. So just backing off of like that. It's crazy that people really act as if racism is not real. Mm-hmm. And so I remember seeing a comment that said, like, today is better. It's not as bad. Mm-hmm. And like, I think that everyone pretty much has an equal opportunity today.
Right.
And so, obviously she, that was a white woman that said it. Mm-hmm. And so I love to see these comments and go to their profile to see what they look like, because obviously your perspective on life will be completely different from somebody that actually does not benefit from being a particular color.
Right.
And so something that recently happened was the ESPYs. So the ESPYs is a big like sports banquet for professional sports. Mm-hmm. And so it happens every year, and they pretty much, I don't know if you ever been to a sports banquet, but you highlight all the sports instead of just one particular sport. And so there's this award for basically the best female college athlete, I believe. And okay, best college athlete women's sports. And Aaliyah Boston is, in my opinion, and probably a lot of people's opinions, you cannot deny it, the best women's college basketball player today. Mm-hmm. She fucking went crazy last year. Mm-hmm. She got all the awards you could probably get. Mm-hmm. She had crazy stats, and then they won the national tournament. Mm-hmm. And so she solidified it by winning the national tournament. Mm-hmm. And so she was nominated for this award at the ESPYs, but was not invited. And so last year, that same award was given to a white basketball player who her name is Paige Buckets. And she was invited. She came. She gave a nice speech, and she talked about the disparities and misrepresentation of women in sports, and just sports in totality, where you'll champion the white athletes to be the faces of things, knowing that the majority of all of these sports are minorities, if not black. And so, just basketball in particular, the big dogs, they're black. LeBron, Michael Jordan. Top 3 all time, they're black.
Right.
But because we are not the owners of these organizations, they want to try to push the white faces, one, to get white people to support it. So and then 2, because if we're superior, why are you beating our ass in our sport? We need to not show you as much. And so the WNBA, they get it worse than the NBA. Women's sports, they get it worse than men's sports because, 1, women are second to men. And then 2, if we want this to be bigger, we're going to throw white faces into it to try to get bigger. And we also want those white faces to be the face of our organizations. Right. And so Aaliyah Boston, she and Paige Buckets in her sports speech last year, she said that the misrepresentation in sports is crazy. We need to stop doing this. Because she is someone that's plastered as like a face, even though she's very great. She's a great basketball player. She's a white woman. She's a white woman. Kudos. But there's so many other black women that also need to be represented that are doing just as good as her in that same sport,
if not better.
Aaliyah Boston did way better than her. Yeah. Paige Buckets was injured this year, but she came back towards the when the national tournament came. Right. But Aaliyah Boston went crazy the entire season and then pro season. So you get to the ESPYs, and the coach Dawn Staley, she went on her social media and she called out the ESPYs, and she said it's crazy that you didn't invite the number 1 player in the country.
And the person that won.
The person that won, and you didn't, and she's nominated for the award. It's crazy that you didn't invite her to the show.
That's what I don't understand. How you nominate somebody but don't invite them?
Yes.
Oh, we forgot.
Yes.
So they said that the reason why she didn't receive an invite was because her award was not part of the televised schedule. So, per a statement, due to COVID-19 restrictions and a new venue, the network prioritized athlete invitations to focus on specific awards that would be handed out during the broadcast.
But not the
That's some
one.
bullshit.
Yeah, but you still didn't even invite her to come.
And you winning something?
you're nominated for something.
Right. That don't even. All right.
Now,
why wasn't her award supposed to be a part of television?
Why it wasn't televised, but Paige's was?
Right.
That's a great question for them, guys.
But it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you not want to put this on TV?
You can have. I'm sure they have so many bullshit reasons for why, but you didn't even invite her to come to the award show.
It's no.
Yeah.
And so Aaliyah, she made a statement, and I loved her statement, so I wanted to read it. Mm-hmm. To be nominated for an ESPY this year meant the world to me and my family. While it hurt finding out that they wouldn't be televising the category despite it being televised last year and had no intentions for me to attend, it hurt me more to see ESPN change course and invite me only after social media caught wind of it. Respectfully, I declined. I'm used to this as just another moment when the disrespect and erasure of black women is brushed off as a mistake or an oversight. Another excuse for why our milestones and accomplishments aren't a priority this time, even now 50 years after Title IX. To every black girl and every black woman, no one can take away what God has in store for us. You matter, you are valuable, you are a priority, you are seen, and you are loved. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So that was her statement.
As she should have declined.
Yes.
I would have declined too.
It's the principle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't invite me. Don't invite me don't invite me now.
Right. You have to have somebody to tell y'all why y'all wrong for you to invite me. Like, that's not genuine. I don't want to be in that space either.
Very ingenuous. So shout out to Aaliyah Boston. Period. I love you. You had a great season and knocked them dead for your last season. Period. Kick they ass.
Kick them. Kick them.
You want to get straight into mental health?
We get into it.
Okay.
Buckle up, ladies and gents. It's about to get a little hot up in this bitch.
All right. So, you want to take it off or you want me to go?
I'm gonna introduce what we got going on.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell the story or you want to tell the story?
I mean, you the host.
You want me to tell the story? It's up to you. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now correct me if I get any facts wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
No doubt.
So, some of you all may know Shonie. Some of you all may not. The reason we brought her on the show is because she's actually currently dealing with some mental health stuff right now. A few months ago, she did lose her boyfriend to violence in Atlanta while delivering food, man, his own damn business. And so we want to give her the opportunity to express how things are going for her and maybe give some insight to people out there that are watching that may be going through something with a significant other that they might have lost or a family member or something that they might have lost. So we wanted to give Shonie the opportunity to talk about her mental health experience, how this is going for her, and give her the platform to maybe touch other people who might be experiencing the same stuff. So we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
You have anything you want to say?
Yeah, that's really what I mean by a purposeful guest. A guest that has a purpose. I think everyone has a purpose. And when you figure out your purpose, then life will just mean much more to you. And so mental health is obviously our most important sector. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why we brought her on is because I saw the Lauren London interview with Angie Martinez, and it really touched me. And so knowing that Shonie was in town and she is pretty close to experiencing what Lauren London might have experienced, I wanted her to come in and give an insight from someone that's more so our age group. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So we're just going to ask Shonie a series of questions. She's going to weigh in, let us know what she's thinking. We may ask her some questions. We may talk about it a little bit, but we just want y'all to hear what she got to say. So yeah, we're going to hop into the questions. You got anything you want to say before you start?
Talk about your expertise a little bit before we get into the questions.
Not expertise. I am currently a graduate student at Clark Atlanta University. My major is in clinical mental health counseling. I start my second year in the fall, and my goal is to work with adolescent individuals, just in the whole clinical mental health realm. I would want to work in a clinic or a community setting, but I just want to touch all bases on clinical mental health in general. I don't really have a specific interest or, anything of that nature just yet. I'm hopping into my professional phase very soon, and I currently work with autistic children as well as a registered behavioral technician.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of, I guess you could say, expertise in
mental
health. I do have a little bit of expertise in mental health, so yeah.
It's good that you're getting that hands-on experience before you even graduate.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Period. As you should. Degree. I mean, degree me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What we get these degrees for? We better put these motherfuckers to use.
Are you going to stop at bachelor's or are you going to go back to school for more?
Oh, I'm going to my master's right now.
Oh, okay. Fuck
She
it.
in it
All
right
right.
now.
My bad. My
Deep
bad.
Deep in, I mean.
Oh, yeah, no.
So speaking of your expertise, how does your personal experience with mental health issues affect your aspirations or ambition? And then it's a 2-part. And then after you answer that, does it ever discourage you to be in the field you are pursuing? Your personal experiences, does it ever discourage you to continue to want to be pursuing that field?
Can you say the first part again?
How does your personal experience with mental health issues affect your ambition?
Okay, well, I'll start off by saying I don't like to self-diagnose just for the simple fact that I am a professional in training. So I don't like to self-diagnose. That's one of the things that you learn off back. Like, don't, get the correct help and guidance before you, get put labels on yourself, because then that could just make other problems. So I would say that, honestly, it hasn't affected my ambition or goals in any way as far as right now. Now, I did move back from Atlanta to Chicago just to take a mental break because me and my boyfriend were living together. So I feel like going back to Atlanta will really seal the deal with just how everything feels, just going back to that. Now, the fact that I do want to return back to Atlanta, I feel like that just says a lot within itself. Like, I don't plan on stopping everything I'm doing right now. Like, I want to go back to school. I want to go back to work.
That's good.
I won't, because I'm just not, I'm totally fine. Like, that's totally not the case. But just, I always been that type of person, like, it don't matter, I'm going to go get it. Like, literally, just this is how I always been. Especially when it comes to my priorities, just school and work. I just feel like, if anything, that could keep me busy and just make me feel some type of normal at the end of the day as well. But I just always been ambitious, so I feel like really nothing can stop me with that, if that makes sense. As of right now, I should say.
Yeah, I really wanted to ask that question because you hear stories where a person lost their way. They were doing something great, and then a tragedy happens, and they lose their way, and they don't find themselves to get back to that path. Yeah. So I want to know if you were ever feeling like that.
Well, my boyfriend Paris, shout out to Paris, my man, P Money, period. Paris was he was just an unreal person, and anybody that know him can attest to that. And if one thing I loved about him most was that he was a motivator, and he encouraged me every day. I could literally cook a new dish, and oh yeah, baby, you snap, you did your thing. Like, it could be anything. So I feel like just me having his voice in the back of my head and just having that person to push me and motivate me throughout any section of my life within these last 2 years, I just feel like I gotta keep going for him. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I say that I live for myself now, because at first you live for two people, but I do still feel like I'm living for two people. Like, because I feel like if anything, he would want me to, progress and keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So I just try to keep that same mindset. I feel like if anything, he's still motivating me to this day. So
that's good. Yeah. Do you think your career field prepares you to be emotionally and mentally competent to be able to handle anything challenging?
I would say, I want to say yes, just because I'm the type of person where if I know I need to do something, I'm going to do it. That's just how I am. But as a mental health professional in training, I know that I need counseling. Like, this is such a big loss. It's very tragic. It's a huge loss. Like, this is my everyday life. So I feel like being a counselor, it's no choice but to go to counseling. Yeah. Like grief counseling. Yeah. Talking to somebody. I know some type of coping mechanisms, but ultimately counseling is to help. It's not to fix, but it's to aid. So I know that that's just something I'm gonna need, whether I appear totally fine or I feel like I'm doing all right. You can never be your best. Yeah. You can always get better. So I feel like just being in the mental health field, it kind of gives me like a push, like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, so do it. So I feel like it does help me, definitely. But I've always been that type of person that's interested in mental health anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that.
Actually, if you know, I used to want to be a veterinarian.
Really?
I love animals. If you know, I love animals. But like I took a psychology course my last year of high school, and a week before I went off to Tuskegee, CU. period. Before I went out to Tuskegee for undergrad, I was like, I don't want to do animal science. Like, I can't do blood, this, that, and the other. But I was like, I want to do psychology because I really liked it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like just from that point forward, it opened up a whole new world for me. And, you know, I was very in touch with my emotions and my feelings. And I, you know, looked into stuff on my own because I'm a very inquisitive person. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that just kind of was perfect for me. Like a career that I'm really interested in, and when do it on my own, it's not really work at a certain point, but it's just my interest. Yeah. So I really do think, you know, being in that field helped a lot and just kind of solidified things for me.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you said counseling is to aid, not to fix.
Yes.
Because a lot of people would think like, oh, I'm going to go to therapy. It's going to be all done. Like, it's going to be fixed or whatever.
Yeah. Not at all.
Aid in the sense that, like, I'm going to teach you what to do, how to cope. Yeah. And it's up to you to go and do the work.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I've taken a couple of courses. Like I said, I'm getting this in my second year of my graduate program. And that's what they teach you. Like, and they don't even want to say that we're giving you advice because we're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're really giving you, to make it, you know, simplest terms, we're giving you the sauce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Either you going to take the sauce or you're going to leave the sauce.
Right.
It's up to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the sauce, and either you're going to apply that pressure or you're not.
Right.
Literally.
I like that.
So, I mean, that's really what it is. Like, we can't fix nothing because, like, with death, we can't bring that person back.
Right.
With your past, you have regrets. We can't go back and let you undo it.
Right.
But we can move forward and help you, you know, navigate your future and your choices for the future. So, yeah.
But you got to do that work.
Exactly.
That work.
Yeah.
Literally, you got to want it. I can't make you want it. And I can't help nobody that don't be helped either.
Right.
I definitely hear that whenever I try to like recommend counseling when somebody tells me like their life story. I'm like, you ever consider counseling? Like that ain't gonna fix me. That's like it's not supposed to.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the stigma around that. Mm-hmm. So
it ain't gonna work.
And then a lot of people think you got to be crazy to get help.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
You're really smart if you're getting some help.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Yes.
So. And I just feel like, and then even myself on my counseling journey, it's scary. Like, it just makes stuff 100% more real. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, this is my reality. Now I have to go get help with it.
Right.
So it's normal to feel that type of way about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, you smart. Mm-hmm. So you're making the right choices for yourself. So, yeah.
Do you think it's hard to be self-aware?
Me personally, I can only talk about myself with that. Because I feel like I'm too self-aware.
Yeah.
Where it becomes self-conscious. Yeah. Where it becomes overthinking. Where it becomes overanalyzing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like my stomach's showing. So.
You should just say you good.
So I feel like for me personally, it's not hard for me to be self-aware. Because if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. But if I'm right, everybody gonna know that. Mm-hmm. That's just, you know, it's kind of like an overthinking thing. So I feel like I'm self-aware by default.
Yeah.
But I'm also confident with it. Like, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But if I'm right, like I said, everybody gonna know. So, I don't feel like it's too hard to be self-aware. But sometimes, you know, everybody needs, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be told about themselves. Mm-hmm. Especially if it comes to another person. Yeah. Like, I could be doing something you don't like, and I don't even know that it's coming off like that because I have a strong personality. Mm-hmm. So, I may come off a certain way to somebody, but I won't know until you tell me because I'm just thinking I'm being myself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm not the type of person, oh, that's just me, you're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I'm offending you, let me know. Mm-hmm. If I'm doing something you like, let me know. So I feel like you can never be too self-aware. So I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I know what I do, you know, because then that means that I got ill intentions in this and that and third. So
nobody ever talks like obviously being hard building to be able to be self-aware is a task in itself, but then when you become self-aware, the changing is what I feel like people make that to be the hardest part. Because now that I'm aware that I am a dickhead, I got to change and not be a dickhead anymore.
Yeah, literally. Like, cause then at that point, it's like, what's your intentions after that?
Yeah.
You can't tell nobody that they take you the wrong way if that's how they perceive it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about intentions. You may meant it to be one way, but you cannot control how it come off to other people. Mm-hmm. So that's just that.
And if it come out wrong,
and I said in our last episode 4, bullying online was something we were talking about, and I was like, so Lizzie, if you said that my feet big as hell and you were joking, but I told you that hurt my feelings, what you say, and she said like, then she said like, obviously I would apologize because that wasn't my intention.
Exactly.
I said that's the least you could do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to ask one?
Yeah. Sure.
Just always do the most.
Anyway, so the next question we have is: does losing a romantic loved one hit different than a platonic one, or is it immeasurable? Explain. Platonic meaning like a friend,
family.
Yeah,
I know what
somebody you don't have sex with.
I know what platonic means. I'm a little smart if I do say so myself.
Yeah, you said some words I have to look up later.
No, but me personally, how ironic. Me personally, if anybody knows me, they know that I'm a girl's girl. I love my homegirls. Mm-hmm. Anything for my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, I pondered on that question too when I saw it. I would just say that they can be one and the same, but obviously it's different measures to it. Cause I don't even know, because nothing could compare to death. Cause you cannot bring that person back. But a friend that you lose, it may be a little more impactful because that person is here, they're alive, but you lost them for whatever reason. That could have changed. It could have been different. It could have been this. It could have been that. But it's this because it's that. If you know, you know. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like death is indescribable, but losing a friend is just kind of one and the same, because it's just like you can. I feel like you could just. I feel like the aftermath, the conclusion could be different. It's just not because that person is this, that, and the third. So I feel like they can be just as impactful. But death, you can't do nothing about it. But losing a friend, you could potentially do something about it. Right. Which may hurt a little more, because it's just like, you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, deal with it, even though it could have been different. Death, you cannot rewind or take back.
So how do you just, so I'm sure you've actually physically lost people before by death. But this is probably your first
close one.
Or even just a romantic partner.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so if you try to tap back into that grief behind losing a loved one that wasn't romantic, compare that to having now lost a romantic one, is it measurable? Is it different? Like what?
It's definitely different, because I feel like a family member, you just love them different. Just like I always tell people, you're like 3 different people. And I'm going to explain that. You're a different person in a relationship. You're a different person with your family, and you're a different person when you're a friend to somebody. So that's just 3 different levels of love. Obviously, a romantic relationship is intimate. So I feel like that kind of hit different, because that's literally love. That's your heart. But as far as a family member, it's a different type of love. But I feel like it's more intense when.
It's cool. It might not pick up. We can't do nothing about Shorty and Sugar. Lizzie says she like to have them here when we record.
So I just feel like a family member is just less intimate, so it can be less intense. It just depends on the person, I feel like. Because like versus your mom versus your uncle, I feel like that could be different. Yeah. So it just really depends on the person. But for me, I feel like obviously I don't have a big family, so losing my partner was significantly more worse than losing a family member. Yeah. And that's just how I feel.
You also have to bring it to the picture that, like, y'all actually live together. Yeah, we live together. You saw him, like, every day. Yeah, so, exactly. Like,
it just hit different.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, your family, your friends, you love them to death. Love them to death. You would be sad to see them go. Yeah. But, like,
this
to actually live, to live with
somebody you were
day.
Potentially building a partnership with.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So I just feel like that just hit different, especially because it's intimate, like in all sectors. Yeah. Whether we got a friend in each other, we're each other family, and we're each other partner. Right. So it definitely, I don't know, I just feel like that just hit different.
Yeah. For sure.
Would you say that you have any regrets after losing Paris?
Definitely. I feel like I really wish that I gave him a bouquet of flowers.
That's something he wanted?
No. I just feel like they always say a black man don't get his flowers till he die. So I just feel like he always gave me flowers. He was such a gentleman. He always gave me flowers, gifts, my rock on my hand, I mean, a bunch of things that I have on right now, He definitely spoiled me, and I spoiled him too, but I just feel like it's definitely the little things. Yeah. I that's just one thing, the flowers. I wish that I could be a little closed off. I wish I would have confided in him more, because there's so much stuff that I wish I could tell him now that I probably wouldn't have told him if he was here, just because I feel like he had his own, battles, everyday battles, and I had mine. And also, I just was still working on being vocal with how I felt, just in general. So I feel like I would have, I could have utilized him more, just being like a confidant. Because of course I did tell him some stuff, but some stuff I didn't. But now it's like I want to tell him everything since he's not here. Yeah. And I think that's about it. I feel like everything that we wanted to do, we did. That is, in my control. But as far as regrets, that's probably it. Because I feel like we were very vocal with how much we loved each other and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's about it.
So, with your situation and like, how you experienced it, everything that's going on, somebody that's watching right now that may be going through like family death or relationship death, friend death, what advice would you give them for somebody that's grieving over a romantic partner?
I would say definitely take your time. I personally feel like this is my world and everybody living in it. And he made me feel like that too. Like Paris was just, I could talk about him all day. He made sure that I felt like I was the queen of the world, that he kissed the ground I walk on, and then vice versa. It's never just like, oh, you beneath me. Like we had a very special love. So I feel like this is a major loss, as anybody would know. I feel like you should just take your time and just choose yourself, because I'm the type of person I put people before me my whole life. Yeah. That's just the type of person I am. I'm a people pleaser. I'm a Virgo. I love everybody that's around me. If you in my life, you a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you my boyfriend, my mama, my friend, my cousin, if I consider you close and you're in my life, you're a priority. So I just feel like I just be so focused on what everybody else want. Now I'm choosing myself first. Like, it's been a journey with grieving, but I've been choosing myself first. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. If I want to post Paris 100 times a day, I'm going to post him 100 times a day. People, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm finna stop flooding y'all. Like, I don't care. I'm going to flood you until
as you should.
Every picture in the album. I tweet about him as much as I want. I cry as much as I want. I take as much time as I want to myself. I feel like, you just put yourself first. Like, whatever you feel like you need to do, obviously don't intentionally harm other people while you're doing that. But if it's, not no harm, no foul, fair game, I feel like put yourself first. I feel like that's one thing that I did. And another thing, if you're a person like me that's always giving, I feel like this is definitely the time to receive, because this has definitely showed me who really rocking with me and who not. Like, when I say it was just such an overwhelming, in a good way, I had so much support and love. Like, I was just like, dang, I didn't even know y'all rocking me like that. Like, I talked to my, couple people, but like so many people came out the woodworks. People that he knew, people that I haven't talked to in a long time, people at my job. Like, it was really just, a surplus of love. So I feel like receive all of that. Of course, you don't want to be bothered with people all the time. Yeah. Or whatever the case may be, but just receive that love because you need it. Because I used to be a person I feel like I don't need nobody, this, and that. So I feel like that's another reason why I regret not, utilizing him as an outlet. Because I just felt, I'm the only child. I feel like I only have myself at a point. So I feel like receive the love, take time with yourself, choose yourself, and just take time with yourself, period. And another thing I would advise you to do is, I think that's about it, because I just feel like it's choosing yourself. Like, take your time, really. Whatever you feel is best for you, because me personally, I took time away from work these last 2 months, all this and all that. Don't feel like you obligated to, make sure that you're ready to go on. Because me personally, I am. Like, I'm ready to get back to my, I guess you could say, normal life. School, work, living in my own apartment. Now with my mama back in Georgia, whatever the case is. But some people may not be ready for that soon. But me personally, I am. So I just would say take your time and, receive all the love that's given to you.
And I think you being like really aware of like your emotions has probably like contributed to you being so ready to just like get back into the regular scheduled program. And I commend you for that, girl, because a lot of people don't have the mental power to even pull through. I mean, people will probably be like, yeah, fuck the rest of this. I'm finna go sit down and y'all can have this shit.
That's very big.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you. And we talking about, I mean, it's been 2 months. And she's very like self-aware, very like cognitive, very like less let's do this. You know
Life
what I'm saying?
still moves
Life
on.
still moves on.
Because those are harsh realities of just being human. You're is inevitable to, like, death is inevitable. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel about his, too. Like, as much as, of course, I want him here, but as much as if it was in my power, I just feel like life is mapped out. Mm-hmm. Like, everything, like, say if you just drop your mic or something, that was going to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot
prevent it.
Everything is already predestined. Mm-hmm. And if you try to change how that goes, it's going to come back in another way. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like him, you know, leaving us, he impacted a lot of people, especially me, selfishly saying, because I'm pretty sure. I'm not even pretty sure I know that he impacted a lot of people, especially me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he did his mission. He's in paradise now with his daddy and his favorite uncle. And I cannot be more happy for him. Yeah. Of course, I want him with me, but I just feel like that's so selfish because all your worries, all your problems, all your troubles is taken away because you in paradise, literally. Yeah. So I just feel like that was just God's plan. And, you know, I really hate the cliche, God gives the battles to his strongest soldiers, like, save it, please. Like, or you're so strong, like, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just
actually, right. I cried a bunch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if I had the choice, I wouldn't be strong. Yeah. Because my man would be with me still. Yeah. So I just really feel like, I do feel like God had, like, he don't make no mistakes. Just like Paris, he taking Paris home. With me personally, I feel like he know he's gonna equip me for what happens next in my life. Yeah. So that's why I don't really trip as much as, of course I miss him. Like I miss him. Like definitely, there's no doubt about it. But I just trust in the universe and I trust in God most importantly. So I just try to keep me level headed. And then I just know what Paris will want, what he would be saying, and I just feel like he kind of living through me in a way too. So I do have my days. You know, every dog got their day. But I just feel like another reason why I want to go back to Atlanta is because that's where his family is. Yeah. So I feel like I want to, you know, visit his site as much as I can or be around them as much as I can because that's what's left of him. Yeah. And, of course, it's not always going to be peaches and cream, happy day and all of that. But that's just how I'm coping with my grieving. And it makes it a tiny bit easier because I'm around people that makes me think of him and feel him in other ways just in the physical realm. So. Yeah.
I think what was special about you and Paris's relationship is that you actually, like, saw the love. Like, I only got to meet him one time. I met Paris one time. It was at Shonie graduation party. And Shonie was driving Paris crazy, but Paris was just like, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want. You want me to go inside and get the water for the dog? Fine. I'll go inside and get the fucking water for the damn dog. She was driving him nuts, but you knew that it came from a place of love. Like, you could tell that they really loved each other. And
you know, this is the first boy, or he not a
That's
boy.
What I'm saying.
This is the first man that I ever brought around. Yeah. That my family publicly
He took
posted.
her out the game.
Yeah, definitely. And he was just such a significant person. Like, I always reminded him of that too. Like, not even just bragging, but like, this is really, you gotta be cold to take me out. Because I just had a bad, history with romantic relationships. And just, it felt unreal. Like, when he passed away, everything felt like a dream. Yeah. And, I mean, my life was a dream. Like, of course, it was some good, some bad, and some real ugly. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. We was not perfect, far from that. But it was genuine. And, like, when I say, like, it took me a minute. Like, I guess it was because I was in shock or whatever. But, like, everything felt like a dream.
That's so fucking real.
Like, I literally looking at pictures. I'm like, damn, this really happened. Like, we did that. That was us. Like, that's me in that picture. And it was just like, damn, like, he just was so, like, I promise you, angel on earth.
When you just used to, like, subpar, and then you finally get something that's much better, you like second guessing. Is this real? I
promise you, like, he's just an angel on earth. Yeah. Everybody that he met always tell me that, like, he was this, he was that. And I just feel like whenever I choose to, if I ever go forward with romantic relationships, my standards
are so high.
My standards. Not to say because nobody will ever be him. Yeah. And I don't want another him because if I want I want him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he made sure that I knew I was the shit. Yeah. He motivated me like nobody else. He was there for me. He provided. He protected, like, he was perfect. And then on top of that, fine as hell.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, I see him, man.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Look, I'm just saying.
So have you seen him?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Should I say he fine? I don't know.
No, girl. I'm just saying, like,
She's like, no, girl.
You better not. You don't give me that.
No, like, but for real, like, if that's one thing I know, he was very handsome. You know what I'm saying? So he was just, like I said, we're far from perfect, but it was just such an unreal experience. Like, that could really last me a lifetime. Like, when I just sit back and think about everything, I'm like, wow, like, that was me.
Right.
Up to the part that we lived together, like, that was like, oh, I know we finna get married.
Right.
Oh, wait till I get this. Oh, and then we can have kids. Let me finish school first.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like it was that. It was that.
Yeah.
So I just, I just feel like my standards are high. I'm not going, I don't want to make it difficult, but at the end of the day, I'm used to what I'm used to.
It's gonna be difficult.
And then at the end of the day, if I could choose, it would be him.
Yeah.
A million times over.
Yeah.
A million.
Yeah.
A million. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like infinity. Like if I could choose him, I would choose him a million times again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to even think about moving on. But everybody, like my mom, she just wants to make sure that I don't lose hope and I don't change. Like like she wants me to be the same loving person and just full of life. And I'm trying because that's what I want to do. Like shout out to my mama for being very encouraging during this time. But at the end of the day, I'm just taking my time. But like I said, who knows what's going to happen in that spectrum, because that's the last thing on my mind. But if it was to ever come to that, whenever it came, if it ever come, he didn't set the bar.
Yeah. All right, I said he was great. But and he was fine. Cause you can't get both.
You see him?
It's hard to find both.
It's always something. It's always something.
Yeah.
So he was just like, he was dead.
Well, you already asked her. She answered our question.
Yeah.
Are you
open to love?
Love again? So
I'm young, so I would like to. I don't even want to call it the American dream because.
The fuck is that?
America.
Yeah, let's move past that one.
Yeah,
I need a new dream. I'm trying to wake up.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what to call it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have kids. I want to get married. Blase, da. But honestly, it's just hard to even think about that with somebody else when we literally planned our future together.
Yeah.
Down to the kids, down to the kid's name, down to wedding. And I literally had my wedding thing picked out. Like, I knew what song we was going to dance to. Short Thing is our song.
Yeah.
I knew,
Miguel.
Yes, that's our song.
Aww.
And to find somebody else that's, what do you call it? To find somebody else that finds appreciation and you loving him and respecting that and not being get over him or why you still talking about him.
Exactly.
Or,
it takes a lot to, I'm not going to lie, it takes a lot for a person to deal with my type of person. And I mean, I'm not running from that. Like, I'm damn near a widow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. And
it would just take a lot to even, you know what I'm saying? I don't even have time for no trial and error. I'm really focusing on myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm focusing on myself and my career and my academics. And just getting back on my feet because I'm pretty sure, like, I just feel like in Georgia it's going to hit different.
Yeah.
So I'm not really focused on that. I'm not gonna lie, but it is God's plan. That's all I'm gonna say. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm Paris' girlfriend right now.
Right.
Until whenever. Like, I got this nigga name tatted on me.
Right. It is what it is. And next month, if you ever have a next motherfucker, he got to be understanding of that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I seen this post on Facebook. A man lost his girlfriend, and he had a current girlfriend, and she walked in on him crying.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He walked in, she walked in on him crying, and he had a bouquet of flowers, and she was like, "What's wrong? Like, what's going on?" And he was kind of hesitant to tell her, but he was like, "My ex-girlfriend's birthday is today. I'm gonna go
put flowers by her
grave." And the lady went with him, bought extra decorations, sat with him. That is like
beautiful.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And when I saw it, Paris was clearly here.
Yeah.
But I just felt like that's crazy. Like that is not crazy. We trying to stop.
It should be normal.
Mature.
It should be normal.
Yeah, it should be normal.
I don't want to say crazy. We're trying to stop using that word. But that was just really wholesome to me.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in a situation, I know that's hard to come by. And I don't expect nothing from nobody because, like I said, I'm focused on myself, my academics, what I'm going to do with my life. And just celebrating him through that because he's going to live through me as long as I live.
Yeah.
He's tatted on me. Like, that's my man.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? That's my man.
Period.
my man.
Period.
Whether he here or with God, that's
Yeah.
my man. So you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just another discussion for when it's time. But for right now,
it's all about you right now.
Yeah, we infinite.
Yeah.
So.
Period. Okay.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, thank you. That was beautiful.
Yep.
Thanks.
I think people are placed in your life for a reason, and
Facts.
it's no coincidence that Paris came at the time that he did and
Definitely
blessed you with
Yeah.
the love that he gave you. And I mean, even though it sucks that he's not here anymore, you can still go on and know that the love you deserve. Period.
Definitely, and I had him last. So sorry to that girl. Sorry to that girl.
Not sorry to that
girl. Whoever thought, you know what I'm saying?
I fucking did.
We for lifers, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like
I'm
just saying because I feel like that's braggable. Like
yes, because a lot of people probably might not ever experience a real love between another person that treated you with the ultimate respect.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
It's very hard to come across in this time age, and I didn't grow up seeing that type of love.
Definitely, and I just feel like that's just something to take. I'm very grateful to have experienced him, and I hate that I got cut short, but I'm just happy that he don't got nothing to worry about.
Period. Claps for Paris.
Hey, rest up.
Period. Where we at? What's hand?
Where we at? Okay, yes. Okay, let's digest this post.
All right. Y'all know we got this post to digest.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the post says mistreating people, then avoiding communication is not protecting your peace. It's avoiding accountability. Accountability. Did I say the word right? Okay. It's avoiding accountability.
Read that one more time for the peoples.
Mistreating people, then avoiding communication is not protecting your peace. It's avoiding accountability.
Now, accountability is in my top 5 of favorite words of all time.
We know.
I'm really big on taking accountability for one's action. And that's because it's a big part of why mental health can be such an issue for a person.
Yeah.
Because you have to accept sometimes you're the issue. Mm-hmm. You're the reason why you have these mental health issues. Mm-hmm. You're the reason why you have issues with others. Mm-hmm. And you just got to accept that first. And so when you can finally do that, then you'll finally, like, everything else makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you could just go through making your amends, or you can just apologize. You can apologize to yourself for things you've done, because that's very important too. And then you can also go apologize to ones that you have offended or hurt. So, yes, accountability is very big to me.
Yeah.
But how much does that post mean to you all? And let's try to digest it.
I don't know why people be avoiding communication. I think communication definitely is on both sides of the. It's on both sides. Mm-hmm. So, like, even if you are the person that mistreated somebody, and you feel like, oh, I'm protecting my peace by not communicating. Mm-hmm. I also think whoever the person that feels mistreated should say how they feel.
Yeah.
Like, and should say, hey, I feel like, you call yourself protecting your peace, but let me tell you what's really going on. You're not protecting your peace. You're actually hurting my fucking feelings. Mm-hmm. And let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. I think people have this tendency to just be like, oh, well, if I don't talk about it no more, it'll just go away, or you'll just go away, or whatever. And I just feel like that's not okay. If somebody say you hurt my feelings, or you did something to me that wasn't right, or I felt like it wasn't right, you should always be like, apologize, like apologetic about it. I don't understand. I never understood people that do something to somebody And then like somebody will say, "Oh, that hurt my feelings," and they'll be like, "Well, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
Or gaslight.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Like, what do you get from that? Because you're not me. You can't feel what I feel. So like,
And it's not up to you,
right,
about what you think about it. Because I'm telling you
how it made
how
me
I
feel.
feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I didn't been in a situation like this, but most of the time I'm the person, unfortunately, that's
Getting
hurt.
it done too.
Yeah. So I feel like, first off, I'm not gonna lie. Nobody is obligated to do anything. Let's start there. So I feel like avoiding communications is valid on both sides, but at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. So let's start there. Avoiding communication, nobody's obligated to respond to you.
Yeah.
You can't make nobody do nothing.
Yeah.
Whether they're the person, because everybody's entitled to their own opinions and feelings, but at the end of the day, like I said, right is right, wrong is wrong. You're entitled and you're not obligated, but at the end of the day, you can still be wrong.
Yeah.
So we can say that. So I just feel like, obviously, I feel like that's a thing, but obviously, right is right and wrong is wrong. So that's where the accountability come in, because you're obviously closed-minded and you got tunnel vision. So I agree that sometimes, avoiding it just because to keep your ego and your pride and, whatever intact, you are avoiding, communication because you're trying to protect your peace. That's just kind of a BS line.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be very valid, but at the end of the day, people are entitled. So it's kind of like, because I've been the type of person, I feel like, I said, I'm the one who be hurt. So when people, I try to just make peace with it that, they're not obligated to do it, but at the end of the day, I know how I feel and I'm standing firm within how I feel. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right.
So
I'm not going to beg and plead you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to find peace with, like, okay, they're not obligated, they entitled to their own opinion, but at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
And if I'm on the right side, then that's cool. I've never been the type of person that need no validation.
Right.
For real, but, yeah.
Do you find yourself being the one that like want to keep pleading to that person if they just can't see that they're wrong?
No.
Yeah.
Pleading.
Well, okay, let me use a different word because maybe you just keep trying to convince that person. So you'll keep
Convinced? No. Okay. So one thing about me, I'm going to be verbal. I had to learn that. Like I stated before, I used to be a people pleaser, so I would try to avoid saying certain things to avoid offending people, or I don't want people to take me the wrong way, or this or that and the other. But during this time right now, I feel like this is my evolution. Like grief, and then losing friendships, and just, a whole new transition of life, whatever. So nowadays, I always been verbal, but right now it's on 10. So I feel like I'm going to let you know how I feel. So there's no room for what you think and what you would have thought and how you saw it.
Yeah.
There's no other way to see it but how I just told you.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So I don't really like those words, plead and convince, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you. I'm not going to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Because after that, it's one conversation.
Yeah.
It's not we're revisiting the same conversation, because after that, you can cut off. So,
Yeah.
So if you don't fix it right then and there, then that's it. It's
And I feel like time heals all for sure. But at the end of the day, some stuff is non-negotiable. Because then at that point, like, you're avoiding accountability. Like, who's finna keep telling a grown individual to keep doing this, keep doing this?
Yeah.
Or please listen to me. Like,
Yeah.
you don't see how you, just please look at it from my, no.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm telling you, so there's no room for nothing. You either gonna see it or you're not.
Right.
No.
Right.
That resonated with me because I too like am a people pleaser. I'm still trying to get from being. I think we're all people pleasers. It just shows differently. But like when it comes
And
to
some people admit it and some people don't.
Yeah, and I ain't got no issue saying that. I know that I'm a people pleaser. I buy stuff. I want to keep pleading and hearing a person out. Maybe they'll finally say something that I like to hear when I tell them that you hurt me. Like, I will sit there and I'll keep listening to you.
Try to cushion
Yeah,
it.
so I'm like, I'm trying to stop doing that stuff and just accept that, nah, it's non-negotiable. That shit just...
Definitely, it's hard, too.
Yeah.
Because who wants to be into it? That, like, who wants to be into it?
At odds with somebody.
that you love.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like this is the big thing that people, especially our age, need to, implement is healthy boundaries.
Yeah.
Non-negotiables.
Yeah.
And it's healthy because it's in benefit of you. Period. Like, we think about it like, oh dang, if I would have said this, if only it was this way. Don't think about it, do it. It's either this or that. So, and it's hard because who wants to be at odds, like I said, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
So,
and then you got the difference on what is right, what is wrong. Like that's your own perspective of right and wrong.
Exactly.
Somebody else could be like, actually, I don't think that was wrong. I don't think I was wrong.
And that's you and that's me. So it's just like, you know, like that's you and that's me. Like I said, people are obligated and people are entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm choosing myself. Yeah. If I don't rock with that, I'm gonna let you know that. If you don't agree and if it's not negotiable, then you stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here. And that's that. I mean, it ain't gotta be an issue.
How do you tell somebody, like, if a friend came to you, if Lizzie came to you today and was like, dang, T, she just don't understand that what she was doing was wrong, and I just feel like we probably can't be friends anymore, but I don't want to lose her. She was a really good friend.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I said, because I'm actually going through something right now.
Oh, okay.
Literally, right now. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I've been through all my life not choosing myself. And if it's just non-negotiable, if I just feel like you can realize that if you're with that person and that's all you think about, if you start judging that person off that particular situation, if that's all you connect that person to, you know, that's unhealthy. Yeah. That's faking it till you make it, and that's unhealthy, and that's just ingenuine. Ingenuous. That's ingenuous. So I just feel like that's how you get to that. I mean, you're going to talk about it. How you gonna talk about it? And at the end of the day, like I said, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it hurts you more than it hurts the other person because you don't want to do it anyway. Yeah, similar to breaking up with a partner. Like, you don't want to dump your partner that's cheating on you because it hurts you more than it hurts them, type of thing. But you just got to do what's best for yourself. And like I said, we think about implementing healthy boundaries. Like, oh, if I can only do this, or if it was like this, like I need to stop letting them do that, or I need to start saying this. Don't think about it. Do it. I literally had to take a leap of faith and just was like, I'm really just, you know, I feel like the evolution is kind of making me more spiritual and just thinking more positive and, you know, the power of the tongue and stuff like that. I feel like if you're going to lose one, you gain 3 more. Yeah. So it's just, I just feel like, and then I want to be more intentional with what I want. I lost a really good friend, but I want to pray to God that I find somebody. Yeah. And more benefit to me. Yeah. Yeah. Surround me with better company. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Yeah. That's just that. Yeah. So.
Well,
you want to drop a gem for us?
I feel like that's my gem. You win some, you lose some.
You win some and you lose some. That's the gem.
And cut them off. If it's a loss, it's a loss. Let it go.
El Money, not you rapping.
If it's a loss, it's a loss.
Hey. And then cut them off.
Let it go.
Okay. All right. Thank you for watching and tuning in.
Shonie, thank you for coming. We appreciate your
Thank you. Give it up for Shonie. Give it up for Shonie.
Just watch the podcast.